Skoudehkaris is the heartbeat of the Djiboutian kitchen, a fragrant, one-pot masterpiece that tells the story of a nation built at the crossroads of the world. To understand this dish is to understand the Horn of Africa itself, a place where the desert meets the sea, and where centuries of maritime trade have woven a tapestry of flavors into a single, humble pot of lamb and rice. In the Republic of Djibouti, food is never just sustenance, it is a language of hospitality. When you walk into a Djiboutian home, the scent that greets you is almost certainly the warm, earthy perfume of Skoudehkaris. It is a dish that commands respect, not because of complex plating or avant-garde techniques, but because of the deep, layered history baked into every grain of rice. The foundation of the dish begins with the meat. Lamb is the traditional choice, prized for its richness and ability to stand up to a robust spice profile. The process starts with a slow sear, locking in the juices and building the base of the flavor. But the true magic happens when the aromatics hit the pan. We are talking about a specific, evocative blend: cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, and cumin. These are not random additions. They are the ghosts of the Indian Ocean trade routes, spices that traveled by dhow from the ports of India and the Arabian Peninsula to the bustling markets of Djibouti City. As the meat browns, onions, garlic, and fresh tomatoes are folded in. This creates a thick, savory base, a sort of rustic ragu that will eventually permeate the rice. The tomatoes provide a necessary acidity, cutting through the richness of the lamb fat and balancing the warmth of the cinnamon and cloves. Once the base is bubbling, the rice is added, absorbing the spiced broth like a sponge. This is the one-pot philosophy in action. Nothing is wasted, and every ingredient is given the space to influence the others. Culturally, Skoudehkaris is the anchor of the Djiboutian social calendar. It is the dish served at weddings, during the holy month of Ramadan, and at the center of large family gatherings where the table is shared by many. There is a profound sense of community in the way it is served, often on a large, communal platter, encouraging guests to eat together, to talk, and to share in the bounty of the land. It represents a history of resilience and synthesis. Djibouti, a small nation with a massive strategic footprint, has always been a melting pot. You can taste the influence of the Somali, Afar, Arab, and Indian cultures in the way the spices are balanced. It is a culinary bridge that connects the African interior to the wider world. While the core recipe remains a constant, regional variations are common. In some households, you might find the addition of potatoes or carrots, adding texture and sweetness to the mix. In others, the heat is dialed up with local chili peppers, providing a sharp contrast to the fragrant, mellow spices. Yet, no matter the variation, the soul of the dish remains the same. It is a dish of comfort, designed to feed a crowd and warm the spirit. Preparing Skoudehkaris is a lesson in patience. It cannot be rushed. The lamb must be tender, the spices must be toasted to release their essential oils, and the rice must be perfectly steamed in the seasoned liquid. It is a dish that rewards the cook for their time and attention. When the lid is finally lifted, the steam that rises carries the history of a nation, a scent that is both ancient and immediate, familiar and exotic. As we look at the global culinary landscape, it is easy to overlook the dishes that don't make the headlines of trendy food magazines. But Skoudehkaris reminds us that the most important food is the food that binds a culture together. It is a testament to the fact that you don't need 1,000 ingredients to create something profound. You only need a few, chosen with care, and a tradition that values the act of gathering above all else. Whether you are a seasoned home cook, or someone simply curious about the flavors of the Horn of Africa, Skoudehkaris offers an invitation. It invites you to step into a Djiboutian kitchen, to smell the cardamom and cinnamon and to understand